How to deal with a breakup or a divorce. Relationship breakdown is probably one of the most painful pains that you can experience. And most of us have been there. We've had relationship breakups, we've had divorces, it's getting more and more common. So it's something that really is strongly felt, especially when it first happens. And I understand that because I've been there myself. I've been married before and I've had other relationships that have broken down. Some you'll find that you're more invested in emotionally and mentally, and others not so. So I think the pain depends on how invested emotionally and mentally you are in that relationship. And that determines how painful it is when you break up. Can you relate? So there's a couple of things that advice that I can give you, having experienced it myself. The most important thing, the number one thing that I think we need to learn from this is to allow ourselves to grieve. I know it's not easy to do because it can be so painful that we want to avoid the pain at all costs. And that's what our brain does, the fight or flight response. It doesn't like being in pain, so the brain will try and avoid that as much as possible. So it will try to make us do things like have avoidance patterns or numb ourselves, numb the pain with alcohol, drugs, sex, food, whatever it is, the numbing agent is, could be shopping, anything. So we're trying to numb ourselves from the pain because we don't want to feel the pain. Or we get so busy, we keep ourselves busy and push the pain down so we don't feel it. And that's the worst thing that you can do. You need to grieve. You need to grieve the loss. You need to feel the pain. The only way to move forward from this is to feel the pain, sit in it. And when you have tools that will help you feel the pain, experience it, and then move through it quickly, so you don't have to sit in it. You don't have to wallow in it for months and years and decades, but you still need to grieve. The length is not important, but the point is that you need to feel the pain and then work through the pain. Don't avoid it. Second thing I wanted to talk about from a relationship breakup point or a divorce is that what lessons are you going to learn from it? What are you going to learn from it so that when you get into another relationship, you won't make the same mistake? And I'm sure you don't want to make the same mistake, do you? Repeat the same issues. Now, if you've just experienced the breakup, you might be saying, well, I'm never going through getting into another relationship because it's too painful. And I understand that. That will change. The key is when you are ready to get into another relationship, you don't want to make the same mistakes that you did in that previous relationship. And if we don't learn from it, if we don't learn from the mistakes, if we don't learn the lessons that relationship and what went wrong, what happened in it, if we don't learn those lessons, then we're destined to make the same mistakes. You know, a classic example, but I'm asking you, have you ever gone from one relationship into another and found the same issues keep coming up in a different relationship? I know I have. That made me stop and think, well, what's the common denominator here? Common thing, and it was me. So it was the issues that were coming up. We can learn from it and we can move on. So we can turn a negative, the breakup, which initially is a negative, into a positive because we're learning from it and we're not going to make the same mistakes and we make changes for the next relationship. So I hope that helps you. I hope that answers your question. Please, if you like what you hear, if this resonates with you, I'm all about paying it forward. Please share with others. Please subscribe if you're on YouTube and watching this, or if on Facebook and social media, then like, comment, share. And if you want to know more, because there's such deep knowledge to be found in this, And it's so empowering, and you feel so in control when you can master these tools to help you in the next relationship. I'm Lynn Croker, Superwoman versus Real Woman. Take care. Bye.